This is Donald Fraser from Living Your Best Life at 60, and this morning I'm going to be making Italian meatball soup. We're getting ready to go to church, and I wanted to have some meatball soup to serve when we got home. So we're going to start with a pound of ground beef, 1 egg, a can of diced tomatoes. This is a 15-ounce can, a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce, 6 cups of beef broth, 3/4 cup of a short pasta like a deep pellini uncooked, 1 egg, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, a half a teaspoon of dried parsley, 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley chopped, 2 stalks of celery, 2 carrots, 2 cloves of garlic, a half a cup of chopped onions, a half a teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, a 1/3 cup each of Parmesan cheese grated, and a 1/3 cup of Italian style breadcrumbs, 2 teaspoons of olive oil, and cooking spray to cook our pan. So let's get started. We're going to be broiling our meatballs. So I'm going to prep my pan. I'm going to spray it with cooking spray. I'm going to set this aside. This recipe comes together really quickly once we put our meatballs together. So we're going to chop all our vegetables first. I've prepped them all, peeled our carrots, and prepped our onions and garlic and celery. So I'm going to start with mincing my garlic. Okay, we're going to take our garlic and I'm going to stick it in the bowl that I'm going to use to make our meatballs. And we're going to set this aside. Okay, I'm going to chop my celery and my carrots into bite-sized pieces. Okay, and now I'm going to chop my onion. We're going to set our chopped vegetables aside while we work on our meatballs. Okay, we're going to start our meatballs. So I'm going to take my pound of hamburger and add it to my 2 cloves of garlic. I'm going to take my 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, my teaspoon of Italian seasoning, half a teaspoon of Parmesan. Half a teaspoon of dried parsley. I don't know where I got the Parmesan. And a half a teaspoon of salt. 1/3 cup of dried Italian breadcrumbs. And here's our Parmesan, a 1/3 cup of Parmesan, grated Parmesan cheese, and our egg. I'm going to move all this stuff out of my way. And I'm going to mix this together with my hands. They should look like this. Before I start rolling my meatballs, I'm going to turn on my broiler onto high. Now I'm going to roll our meatballs into small meatballs and place them on the pan. These meatballs look great already. We're going to put them in the oven. We're going to broil these for 8 to 10 minutes. We just want our meatballs to brown. While our meatballs are broiling, I'm going to start our soup. I'm turning my burner on medium heat and I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of olive oil. We're going to add in our vegetables and we're going to let them cook for 4 minutes. It's time to add our other ingredients. We're going to add our 6 cups of beef broth, our diced tomatoes, our tomato sauce, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, our 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley, salt and pepper to taste. We're going to give this a stir and bring it to a simmer. Our meatballs are nicely brown and smell terrific. We're going to put these right into our soup. Now we're going to add our 3/4 cup of pasta. Stir this in. We're going to let this simmer for 10 to 15 minutes until the pasta is done. It already looks so good. Our soup is ready. It looks amazing. Look at that. This Italian meatball soup looks and smells delicious. I'm going to top mine with some Parmesan cheese. Look at these meatballs and delicious vegetables and pasta. It looks incredible. So let's give it a little taste. That's delicious. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Thank you for cooking with me.